Hello, everybody. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's nice and sunny in Edmonton, Alberta. How is it at your end,
It's
trader?
the same here. No.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. It's Auntie Yaas Book Corner. And today it's on it. It's a mixed bag. We're going to be talking
Mhm.
about all kinds of topics relating to our community and how we can own those areas. So
Yes.
I'll just leave you out to talk to you about this and that, and then I'll go and share and we can start. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Why
Yeah.
you're not part of this. Anyway, hi guys.
She's busy over
I
there.
no, can you see what's happening right now?
Sean, hello.
Done.
Intruder you. How are you doing?
I am well. I am resting and I am happy to be back with my wife.
Good, good, good.
You look beautiful.
Hmm.
Thank you. It's my
Honey,
son's birthday. I'm celebrating.
well, give some tips.
That's it. Give some
What?
tips to me. That's what he wants to say.
I said son, not husband.
Know about glamming up, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
I,
glams up.
there-
Stop that.
I'm going to leave, but I just want to say that my wife is beautiful every day, no matter
Thank
what,
you.
no matter how
Yes.
far I am away.
Yes, thank you.
I
I'm
look
glad
at
you
her
know
and the
that.
joy always there.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean, obey
Hey,
Kisifuna,
Sean.
obey. Sean, please, oh.
Attention,
Oh,
Kekyo, right? You
uh-huh.
want some attention?
Now it's weird,
From
right?
it's very weird. Seriously, bro.
Nah,
Because
give
you're
him
just staring
attention.
at my face. Oh
Oh,
my god. Anyway, guys.
oh my gosh, now Becca, very free, huh?
Miss me peniminya.
Uh-huh. What's your almost yeah, so apoi.
I
You see how we are.
oh no dear. Ono dear only child syndrome ni okuno.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, today we're going to talk about time and um
Oops, there's comments about that.
oh
Hello,
hello
Ajua.
Ajua.
Welcome. Hey,
I
Miss
like
Aisha, Queen of Enjoyment. I dig you too. You know what I remember when I think of where you are? When we were in Ghana, elementary school, we'll be learning all these geography and current affairs things. So when I think of where you are, all I remember is Archbishop Macarius.
oh,
I
why
think
is
he was the
she?
head. Don't worry, she'll tell you later.
Okay.
I can't meet an to battle board. I love it.
Hey.
Thank you. I was just talking about it, and I was
Yeah.
mentioning that I was mentioning that I was mentioning that I react to metal earrings, so I have to have cloth like yeah, she's in Cyprus.
Oh
Yes,
my.
lovely place. You know, I've watched it. I like to watch HGTV, especially House Hunters International.
Oh,
So I'm sure I've
international.
seen something on Cyprus. Like I just watch and just dream. I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh,
Lord.
especially Fridays when they have Bahama life, Caribbean life, Mexico life, just
Mhm.
beautiful places by the water, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, to us now. Ujami amede emekasi.
Anyway, guys, we're going to talk about time. And if you've been here, you know it's one of my greatest pet peeves. I hate being late. I hate people um, making me late. And that brings me to Pearson Airport. It was horrible. It is still horrible. Oh my Lord. On
It's a busy
Tuesday,
place.
it
It's
is,
been a
but
while
I don't
since
know
I've been
what's
through
wrong
there.
with it lately. Like the
Mhm.
system is on Tuesday, my flight was delayed for about 2 hours
Oh,
because yeah, those of us who checked in online were kicked out.
did you see that?
Ajua, Ajua, he's sweet, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kicked us out, so we had to check in again while we're just about going in, and then they had to come on board to do the like a roll call,
Hmm.
everybody. So it was horrible. It's still horrible.
Wow.
Yesterday, yeah, Sean,
Traveling is not fun anymore
not
because
anymore.
of these delays. And I
Oh,
remember a few weeks ago, even at the Edmonton International, I think some airline, I forget which one, there was
yeah,
some issue and people were stranded. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no.
yeah,
Being stuck in an airport for 2 days and whatever is not my idea of fun.
at all. And it's not like you're sitting somewhere comfortable too.
Yes. I've finished sharing. So, as Yah was saying, today is a mixed bag session. We have three topics that we want to talk about, but we'll take it one by one. So,
Yeah.
if we don't get through it, then we'll continue next week. Yes.
Why didn't I
Oh,
get notification? Because usually I share from yours.
oh, you didn't get notifications?
Let me see.
That's weird.
Okay. Like it didn't pop up on my phone, but I'm getting it from
Oh, okay. I'm loving the positive vibes. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, Aisha, sorry to say,
Oh,
that's the worst.
yeah.
That is just the worst. That's why even I've realized that sometimes even when you say you are going to Ghana, make sure you put one or two extra clothes in your
Carry
carry-on
on.
because
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, like when you're going a very far long, I hope it turns up. Like how many days are you staying there for
Stay
your thing?
there and then,
Yes, it,
yeah.
by the time, no, it's not easy. Mhm. Yeah.
Anyway.
So mixed bag. Hmm. Let's see. Yes, I said it's a mixed bag. So we're going to start with one. You know what? Because it's a mixed bag, if you're kicked, you feel a kick in your gut or whatever, and you want to call in, please do.
Can call right
So
in. Yeah.
yes, this is the number, but we'll put it up again if you want to call. But right now we're going to start with this. Is African time fashionable? Ajua says enjoy pa Aisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you frozen?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So, what do you have to say about African time? Is it
Oh no,
fashionable?
it's not fashionable. And that got me thinking about like in general, how is being late fashionable? Like, because there's this term fashionably late.
Yes.
So I looked it up and it's like when celebrities are late, but if you really look at it, they are not late, but they come
Mhm.
later. And when I looked at the definition, it says that to an event that you don't need to be punctual. So it's not fashionably late. It's not like our kind of late that
Yes.
you go and
Okay.
yeah, like a function is supposed to start at a particular time and
Hmm.
we're 2 hours before we're there, and then I also saw what did I yeah I also googled like is it rude to be late, because for us it doesn't mean anything. It's not rude, it's not anything, it's not even disrespectful to be late. And yeah, for the Western world, I think they give a time frame for small parties, and if it's an emergency, then an hour
Hmm.
is acceptable, and then
Hmm.
for big parties, an hour and a half. But we don't have any such thing. Ours is open. You can come whenever.
No boundaries. Nothing. Aisha say, Aisha, I like your Yehovah African time. Yehovah.
Yehovah. And
Yeah.
then yeah, I wanted to like I was thinking that well, some of us when we travel, it's not some of us like if you have to be on time for work in the Western world, coming from Africa, how are we able to do that then? So it's not
How are
like
we
we
showing up?
can't do it. Yes. So it means that if there's a consequence, then yes, we could do that. It's not like we're unable to keep time, but
Hmm.
because culturally is acceptable, then everybody is like not respecting time, and we don't link time with respect or honor or anything. So time is just time. I mean, we don't value time. And someone said because previously we weren't doing 9 to 5 jobs, or that's how the culture started. You could go to your farm whenever you wanted. Nobody it's up to you. If you want to work in the sun to go to your farm, that's fine. Like, you come back whenever you're tired. So time wasn't really something that culturally we're strict about. Um, but that is not an excuse, because things have changed. And now there are jobs that require that you're on time, and yet family members, yes, they are.
They are. That is true.
Yeah. Because I was reading an article, and people were like trying to give these kinds of excuses, and I said, well, things have changed. You're not going to the farm. You're going to a job that requires that you report at 9, you come back at 5. But you find people, especially in the government jobs back home, they will come late, and then at 3 o'clock
They
they're,
clock out.
yes. So
Terrible.
yeah, and it's like, it's everything that we do. I don't know. I don't know. This thing.
It's all over.
Yes.
Aisha has put this up here, and it's interesting. When I went to my friend Google, I found something similar. I don't know if and I was I was shocked. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like they are late, so it means they take everything casual or just laid back and this and that. I mean, we're not saying that stress yourself to the point of, but it's just how do I call it? One of the social niceties that if somebody has invited you to their home, for example, don't
Yes.
let them sit there waiting for you. They said come at 6 p.m. and then you are showing up at 8.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you won't call. Like you said, it's not an emergency. Something has happened that is delaying them, or maybe there's an accident on some highway somewhere, so they are stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
We don't know these things. Like, we do, but we just gloss over it. But
Yes.
the reason why we are discussing this is that, for me, I look at it that we take it as a cultural thing, but how are we showing up in the places in which we are right now? Like you said,
Right. Yeah.
you know, is it okay? It's a cultural tendency. Oh, whoa, this. I remember one of the times that we went to Ghana, we were supposed to check in at a particular time. And we're waiting for somebody. I don't know if it's my sister-in-law or what. And I'm like, we're supposed to be there by a certain time. Like, we want to go check in ahead of time. So we left and went. So
Yes.
then all of a sudden I see that that person comes to the airport and whatever. And it seems so strange and whatever to my mom and them that you are so, you know, particular about time. I'm like, I can't just sit
Yeah.
there and be
Yeah.
waiting. A lot of times when we went home and then would be standing outside waiting, and my girls and my husband would go, oh, who are we waiting for? Oh, grandma and auntie.
It's always.
Ah, I
Oh,
don't like waiting for people because
me
I
too.
don't keep people waiting, you know. Oh, you know what? The comments are coming. Let me read
Okay.
Aisha's. San Diego State University researchers also found that those who are late are also better at multitasking and coping with stress. A high level of optimism and a balanced emotional view can be so meaningful that it can increase your lifespan. Yeah, that's true, but keeping other people waiting. Ajua says majority of them create their own timetable like their own time. Thank you. It's so unattractive when you have an event going on and more than half of the guests arrive an hour to 2 or more hours late. The
Yeah.
worst part is when the hosts themselves also arrive late.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Aisha says, I get to work 40 minutes before my time and never late to work for the past 18 years. And if I'm getting late, I call my boss. He hates lateness. Aisha, you've said it. I remember when we were going to work, like sometimes there'll be a train delay at Clearview.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll call. The admin officer at the time was my friend. I always call. I'll say, oh, hey, I'm 5 minutes, I'm going to be late. So they fix the problem. Me that I've called in, I get in on time anyway. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. But
Right.
I'm used to that. You have
Yeah.
to let people know what's going on. It's polite. It's just I can't find the word. It's just something you do,
It
you
is
know?
polite and it shows that you
Yeah.
respect the person's time as
Yes.
well because they
Yes.
might be waiting on you to do something.
Yeah.
Because if you value
Yeah.
someone else's time, then you will keep the time. And yeah,
Adra says seriously, some of these abrofo will say anything to influence whichever way. So why are they themselves are always um on time and multitask with no issues. Says it makes you wonder how far some people will go to make money. Yeah, that I didn't understand how like they are putting it that way, but it's at other people's expense. Like this person, the example Adra gave of even the host themselves showing up late.
yeah,
Bring it even to church. There was one time there was a family that was having a baby dedication. We went to church. I got to church. For me, I'm always one of the people who get there early. So I got to church, and the family of the person who was doing the baby dedication, their whole family was there and seated, and church members had not arrived. For me, that was a big shame. But
yeah,
if you talk about stuff like that, oh, we make excuses. Oh, you can't push people too hard. All this. Look, I know there's things going on in homes.
mm-hmm.
You have little kids, you are busy, you are that, but you can organize yourself ahead of time, put out
Right,
their clothes. Maybe if you want to give them baths before the night before and then brush, touch them up in the morning. I don't know, but we don't take it so seriously. And how are we showing up in these places? Like tardiness for me, like where tardiness, always late. It gives a bad impression.
right,
It gives a bad impression. Let's call it what it is. Or if you are routinely late, you are rude and inconsiderate. Simple. That's
yeah,
what it is. I,
right,
I remember the one time um, we were at a meeting waiting for people to come to a church meeting, and this family member he goes, "My time is valuable. Why should I stand here
and wait,
waiting?" Or on your chrome ninety or cancer. And I say, yeah, it's true. But we don't, you say church starts at 10:30. 10:30, the people who've come to Sunday school, they are sitting around waiting for church to start. You look around, there's not enough people. Oh, let's wait a little bit. So the starting time keeps shifting. But why don't you respect the person who had the wherewithal to show up on
yeah,
time?
yeah,
This is what I know about four people. I think like how you were saying the times that you have to show up, they give you this 1 hour, whatever timeline. When they get a number of people there, they don't sit around waiting for people to start eating. They just start eating. When you come, you join.
yeah,
And then you can also come and
right,
eat.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So for me, it doesn't show respect for
it
people. We
doesn't,
don't respect ourselves, right? And we don't take it seriously, but this is a life journey, and everything that we do is centered on time.
time,
So if you're going to not take it so seriously, you are building a very bad habit in yourself and in your children who are looking at you, what you are doing.
yeah,
You know, we, for me, I can't, I don't know, and maybe it's just me. When I think about it, the thought of, say, you've moved from your country of origin, you've come to a new place for a better life. By
mm-hmm.
golly, I would think that you would want to pick up some good values,
Exactly, yeah,
pick up some good values. Rather, we tend to want to pick the bad ones. Oh, my child was raised in a Abucho. My child has to wear fancy dresses, whether I can afford it or not, because I'm keeping up appearances. But no, what a thing like being on time, if you're on time everywhere, it speaks well of you.
yes,
And even when there's opportunities that come up, people look upon you favorably and say, oh, that person is reliable. We can
yeah,
trust them.
yeah,
They show up on time. They are you are a game changer. Like
sure,
when you have certain good traits that people
yeah,
look at that, they
yeah,
they you get respect for that,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Aisha says, I had a party and told my guests I'm finished 11 and some came in 10 o'clock, but when it was 10:30, I told the DJ park and go in peace and went to bed. And my friend said, I'm just a different.
That's
Good
it.
for you.
Good.
Good for you.
Because we
That's all.
encourage it
Yes,
by
that's all.
waiting, and yeah, we encourage it.
Yeah. You come in at 10, you know? No, show up on time. When you do some of these things, yes, you know, I think in one of my videos this week, I forget what the topic was. I was talking about time or something, and I made a comment that there's a family member that when she's having birthday parties, she always made sure that she gave me the right time, but she would give people the wrong time because you know that I would show up on time. So
On
I
time, yeah.
made sure I sent her the video to listen to, and she responded. She goes, "Yes, she remembers." Adjoa says, I used to arrive late in Ghanaian events because many come in later and it's boring in the beginning. However, I changed my ways and now get there early to do whatever needs to be done, give a gift if needed to, and bounce to avoid all the kokonsa people who have the
That's it.
tendency to or are late to talk about who's wearing what or dating who, if married or not, unnecessary things and dysfunctional sankwa. This is it. You know something, a lot of times when you show up on time and then you are leaving, call, I didn't say, no, I came on time. I came on time. Aisha says we need to show up on time. It's just what it is. You know, when you do that, you are looked at as like lack of commitment, right? You
Yeah,
are not serious.
yeah,
They don't. You are like you. It even shows a lack of ambition because if you are really striving, I mean,
to
I don't
achieve.
know. A lot of these motivational speakers, coaches, what have you, when you hear them talking, they talk, think about it, time is a basic thing. And we're sitting here talking, some of it is funny, we're laughing, but think about it. How much time have we wasted in our lives that we could have been doing something better?
Yeah.
And so when you listen to some of these things, it should be a wake up call to reflect and change something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something is not working in your life only because for the only reason why it's time, you are not giving it enough time. You're focusing on the wrong things, doing the wrong things all over the place.
Yeah.
People using you and you think, oh, you are popular. And no, take your time back. Yes. Do you have anything to add? Oh, somebody put something. Let's see. Ajua says, thank you, Pa Abba Aisha. Yeah, we should just show up on time.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, I wanted just to bring up another thing, but that's um, because of that research thing, because they said that like I don't know, you have to, let me put it this way, you have to stop and smell the roses. But I think we smell it for too long. We we get stuck on the rose and we're there.
Yes.
I don't know how to put it, but there should be
Yeah.
a balance. Just
Yeah.
like you said, it's not like everything has to be timed, and but for the important things, we have to make sure we're actually honoring our time. It is an honor because
Yeah.
yeah, it is an honor, and um, also like in the work setting, just like you always say, you might be good technically with somebody and you're
Mm-hmm.
both going for a promotion. These are some of the things, other things that they're going to be looking at. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you keep
Personal
time?
suitability. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Aisha says, I'm in a social group and I got a gift for showing up on time for the past 5 years. Good for you.
Hey.
Me, I always tell my story of how I get mocked. Oh, Auntie, it's like the people who are supposed to come and open the building, they are late. I'm
Yeah.
like, if you say 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock it is. You see, and even Nana and Ajua, when they were in one of these churches, youth things, they go, Mom, why is it that we are always on time? I'm like, because the lateness. No, oh, brother. Hmm. Oh, hello, Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome.
And also, I wanted, oh, okay. Let's read the address on
It's
the top.
it's a bad and poor habit to go to events, work appointments, and places late unless nature has its way. Yes,
Yeah, those
yes,
are the
exactly.
exceptions, not every day. things,
Happy
right?
weekend, Elizabeth.
Happy
I hope
weekend to you.
it's nice where you are, like it is shining, sun shining over here.
What was I going
So,
to say? Oh,
sorry. Echo.
echo. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember now. Yeah, and what doesn't help also is that um, looking back home, all our um, money, no, it's salary based, right?
Mhm,
Mostly all the
mhm,
work that is there is salary
mhm,
based. It's not wages. So it's not like the time you worked, you actually
mhm,
worked. At the end of the month, you get your money anyway. So there's
mhm.
kind of no consequence to either
Yes,
being late
yes.
or even, and
We
that
don't
doesn't
hold
help.
people accountable.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We have to own this lateness issue, but people don't care. But when you look at it, right, sometimes when you're in a situation so long, you don't see the impact. It
It
takes,
becomes normal.
yes, you get on the outside and look and you go, oh, that's not great. That doesn't work, you know. But we don't care. But yet, think about it. If for those of us who left, our home places to come and live in the diaspora, think about the initial struggles that you had, the adjustments. And
Mm,
if you are somebody, time would have been one of them because this you have to go to an interview and you have to take 2 or 3 buses to get there. Make
yeah.
sure you are on time. No, plot out. Yes, you
True.
see
True.
these habits, like when you're living in a place and you have like Obi Beka so mo de mo sorry I'm more kasa talking, but that's why they say travel and see. You know, even if you are not traveling quite today, there's social media, like read, expand your horizons, know what is going on, and become a better person. Like, school is not just um,
Going to pass the
going
exam.
to formal school.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I have a friend, I was talking with her yesterday, and she made a comment that she went to YouTube and she was looking at something about Instagram and learning. I'm like, that's right. And I said, YouTube is a university. There's all kinds of things on there if you want to learn.
You'll be surprised. I learned a lot from TikTok too,
Oh,
and not
yes. Yes.
just things.
Hello, Bishop.
Hello.
You are not late. Yakasa Kakra, but you are not late. So we are talking about this is going to kick him. It's African time fashionable. We're just ending up and going to the next topic. Mhm.
Right.
So yeah, can we wrap it up?
Okay. Yeah.
It's just form the habit. If I would say that if you're somebody who's perpetually late, maybe give yourself a half hour extra start, earlier start, because I'm saying this as I say this. Mahajua will say, "What an abet na hana what kind of answer my daughter Ajua. Be on time, be on time. Let's go, let's go." I'm like, hey, kakra kakra. Kakra, kakra. When I
Yeah.
come and talk about Nana, she goes, "Oh, mom, why are you talking about?" I said, "They're examples. You have to speak your own story." So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
And you're
can't
part of
speak.
my story, so there's no way
Yes,
you're
I
safe.
can't say anybody else's story. So,
Yeah.
so we'll move to the next topic. It's a mixed bag today, and this one should be a doozy. Ha ha ha. It's a question: Are African men tin gods?
Ooh, I didn't see that one. Is that what it was?
Yes. Why? You got it wrong. And yeah. Then I'll talk for you.
Oh my!
Well, what did you see?
I saw. Should we the diminishing oneself?
Yeah, that's one. That's the last one. But this one, I had three.
I saw diminishing oneself, and then something else, but not 10 gods. Oh my lord. Anyway, we'll start. I
Mm,
I will add one.
yeah. Okay. So when we ask this question, let me explain it. It's the way that we are brought up, right? When I look at the way that the culture brought up, it's a question of culture and faith.
Right.
The culture says, Bema, women are almost programmed to be programmed to serve men.
Right.
That's a conditioning. For if you are to have a sad story of a mother beating a daughter to death because she wouldn't learn how to cook for her future, that tells you that we have a very long way to go. But
Yeah.
my take on it is that you train both male and female alike
Right.
so that they have life skills to cope with life. It's
Right.
not to teach a man that a woman exists only to be of service or to be used by them. The woman
Right.
also has her life plan, her goal that she came on this earth to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
But the tin god syndrome comes about because the culture reinforces it, and so does the faith. Because the
Right.
faith will tell you, keep hearing women submit, women submit. But I rarely hear people talk so loudly about men love your
Love
wives.
the lives. Yes.
Yes. So you have all this arrogance that goes on, and the way that people get treated. For me, when I hear all this, it almost, some people, some men are such that they don't even want a woman to speak to them. A woman's opinion does not count. Is the expectation that a woman be a doormat for you? I don't know, right? And look, there are men who have got the memo. We're not sitting here bashing every man, but
Michelle.
there's men they know how to love, respect, and honor their wives.
Oh
But
yeah.
there are those too that you hear
Yeah.
them insulting their wives. Oh, what Jimmy Dodo? Oh,
In
Wunim
public.
Yansa.
Yeah.
Yes. So what happens is that a lot of women are walking around with low self-esteem,
Yeah.
very low self-esteem because of this. And so it's something that our older generation have bought into. They passed it down to us, and some of us are still passing it on to the younger generations.
Mm-hmm.
So a woman thinks that they have to be anything. They forget who they are and they have to be anything, right?
Yeah.
But for me, the thing is that, and then you have, oh, I won't go out with a woman who can't cook. Is that the only reason that you need a woman? Ajwa says, come again, the 10 gods, yeah, in the imagination and a big fat egos. I think Ajwa had a comment, it was on time, so I'll finish that up.
Okay.
People are so proud of their lateness. They would say, you know how us Ghanaians are. Then I'm like, no, I'm Ghanaian and I'm on time. Yes, I just do not know why many people within our society communities are quick to conform to something that will not help them develop and slow to learn or understand the importance of learning better coping skills for their own benefits. Oh, a baby phone some year more. We have
Oh no,
issues.
we have Indian time. I hear it's even worse than ours.
Yes, yes, yes. But it's like people from,
Yeah, it's the Caribbean. I hear.
mhm.
Well, should we go for a commercial break before we continue the
Yes, yes.
ah,
Hello, Amajo. Welcome. Message Akwaba.
ah.
Okay, so let's do this. I'll read this last one. This mentality of men exercising authority over women must stop because God never said anything about that. But
Mm-hmm.
Paul wrote on that everyone is equal in the sight of God. Thank you, Bishop. And no, that's all that we hear. That is all
Yeah.
that we hear. Submit, submit, submit. And when you go on Facebook, there's conversations, some topic and a thread, and you go and you see how people are so steeped in religiosity,
Yeah.
quoting Bible scriptures. Are you the only person who knows the Bible? They'll find and I'm like, there's nothing practical about it. All you hear, all you see is the quotations. Na kukuru, kukuru. And I said, you know what, Obibini, was the Bible created for only you? The person who brought it to you, Crown, they are sitting there, they have relaxed.
Well, they don't even read the whole thing. There's always something added. They just pick and
Hmm.
choose whatever. They never
Drop
read.
cases and God bless you. Yes. ah, I am so tired of it. I'm just so tired of it. Like it's almost like there should be a special forum on this with some men and women to talk. Bishop will be one of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me put the banner down and let's go. I don't even know what. I'm confused. All right.
These are some of the things or topics that I talk about on my channel. So please head out there and check it out. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah, what's my Watson Russell? You can search for it, or you can go on my social media pages at Yaas Russell Hints, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, and you can share all my previous videos as well to support me.
There she is. Please go out and support Miss Boating Russell. She's doing an awesome job. YouTube, it is.
Thank you.
No worries. There it is. Own it. It's a guide to taking accountability and responsibility for your own life journey. Enough of the excuses. These are some of the things we're talking about. Whatever script you were fed in your childhood, you need to chuck it and write your own script. If you've been told, oh, you're not good enough, oh, as a woman, you only exist to serve a man, that is your only identity, wrong. And you are sitting in church and you call yourself a Christian, but you don't know who you are in the eyes of God. Is that your script that God, is that the script that God gave you? You are here to do something on your own outside of your relationship. That's why it matters who you hook up with, because you are supposed to help them and they are supposed to help you in your life journey. And so if you're walking around with people who are intimidated by you or whatever, and you are sitting in a marriage, or my children, or my husband, or this or that, and you are not fighting for yourself and living your own life, well, there might come a time when it's just a little too late. And what are you going to do? We don't take these things seriously. Time is passing by. You see, we started this program at 9:30. It's 10, 11. 9:30 is not coming back. So you don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. A lot of women have bought into these scripts. And we both need education, men and women. Something has got to give. Yes. That's a few comments. Let's see. Bishop says, it's about time we distinguish what God says and stories recorded in the Bible. Ajua says they only say the scriptures that are beneficial to them. Such ignorance and narrow-minded behaviors. It's pathetic and sick. Ajua, I call it the buffet style. They pick and choose whatever suits them. And then here, manipulation is part of humanity's plans to enslave others who are limited and lack resources to gain knowledge. And she said real talk, or what I was talking about earlier. So this 10 God syndrome, right? It's like, it makes us think that, well, you're told things like, oh, take him as one of your kids. I have 3 kids. I don't have 4. I have 3 kids. Yes. Today is my son's birthday. And after when I was playing that music, I was almost tearing up, because it is he who pushed me to start writing books, because of stuff that I was putting up with from the male species. Church, and home. And you got to move. When you have to move, you move. So don't sit around and say it can't be done. It can be done. You need to believe in yourself. That's all. You need to believe in yourself. There's people who are sitting around listening to stories, tales that people are spinning, and they are believing it. What haven't people said about me? As I
Hmm.
said, does I care?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Does I care? Hey, you are breathing on your own, or nobody is breathing for you. I said earlier this week that even if you needed oxygen, it's not the man that you are so focused on or the woman that you are so focused on who's going to come and breathe for you. They'll give you your own oxygen tank, and you are sitting around, this and everything. Bear my dear, and you two, you've made yourself or buy a dikidon. Wife material. Some of us,
Right.
maybe we are not wife materials, but that's okay. We are alive, we are living. Hello, you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah, he can have other women, but just look the other way. When he comes home, pamper him, really, with STD and all that. Pamper him, you know? Oh, hold on, hang on, don't be angry. Oh, this, that. And then, the sad thing, when these things happen, we don't hold the men accountable. Women are programmed to fight other women. We go and we beat up the side chick and all that. Teach your husband to control himself, control his edges. He needs to teach himself, but your fight is with him first. You know, even if that other woman, he'll say, "Oh, she came and threw herself at me." Yeah, where's your self control? Oh, just because your husband sleeps with another woman doesn't mean he doesn't respect you or he doesn't love you. Oh, really? Where? What is that? What is that? What is that?
Yeah.
Ama
I
Joseph,
want,
only the special ones are
I guess
awesome.
my birthday
I
falls
guess
on
you are August 28th, right? Or something.
28.
Adjoa says a lot of people doubt their own abilities because they have given their power away due to dependency. Dependency limits of growth overall in life. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you. It is true. I have no power. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I need to talk to my husband. Oh, this. Oh, my husband will say this. And that's a trademark, no? Just to show the ring. I'm the missus. Is
Yes.
that all?
I re-
Look, marriage is a respectable institution, but at the same time, you're supposed to be yourself. Own it in that relationship. Your husband should own it. You should own it. Nobody should be suppressing anybody, not a woman suppressing a man, trying to control a man, and the man likewise. It's just not what it is. No. Oh, and then to Tin God syndrome, he can beat you up. Oh, he beat you once and you are crying. Oh, he beat you once and you are leaving. Yeah. Is it acceptable to be beaten? Hey, na me papa nhwe me da, na me kunu na aba abɛhwe me.
Why?
Whoa.
Like why? Hmm.
Yeah, he can talk to you
We
anyhow. Insult, oh, why do you wear chili? I actually heard a guy say to his, oh, why do you wear chili? I'm like, hey. And then this person to me, I mishadi, I look at things, and this person to was or a doctor. And so I'm looking at the woman, I'm like, oh, okay. Where are you in the scheme of things? What are you doing? I said, no wonder he can come and say that to you. Even if you are not a doctor like him, the way you respect yourself. I'm like, how dare you say that to your wife in public? I'm talking about it because I heard it. And so, the insults, you know, do you know how you make people feel when you say these things to them? Do you know how many women
we
are
don't see
depressed?
that it's an emotional abuse,
It
and
is.
we don't know how much it affects people, like
Yeah.
your self-esteem and all.
Yeah.
But
So,
also
and
on the other hand, we forget that when we're bringing up these 10 gods, I would say that we're bringing up straw slaves, because the men too, they get stuck in marriages that they don't want,
mhm,
but because they can't do anything for themselves,
yes,
they're stuck in it, and then it becomes a toxic
yes,
kind of marriage.
exactly that.
Yeah.
Because they are not in the kitchen. The
Yeah.
example, they are not in the kitchen. Oh, Bema, don't get out of the kitchen, this and that. So then they go and see Akosua Brefi, you know, her soup is blah blah blah, and they love her soup, and so by force marriage.
So they are
And
in
he
love.
goes
Yeah.
out there and he sees the type of woman that he wants. Meanwhile, if
Yeah.
you had taught him to cook and clean himself, he
Yeah.
wouldn't be so hooked on Akosua Brefi that he didn't want to really marry. Mhm.
True.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Any other thoughts?
Mm. Yeah.
It's a big one, but I don't know. Like, it bothers me just some of the things that I hear people say and talk about this whole scenario because you see, there's opposite sides of it. Then, when I look at the diaspora in which we live, and you're walking around, and then you see the women and how the men talk to them and all that, then you almost feel like they are horse whipped. What they are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
extremes. Or like when I see, well, you know how I laugh hard when I see Obibini with Obroni bar, and then Obroni is uh, Ojojo. No, I'm saying, if it was
Yeah.
Onyonko Eidi Ankaya, it's very sad. It's
Yeah.
so
I
so sad.
think it's because we don't understand the submit part because whatever we do, it's like religion plays a big role in our culture as well. Like it's
Hmm.
all mixed up there when you
Hmm.
look at back home. Even when, yeah, we're more religious than I don't know how to use it. Christian, I don't know what the
It's
other one. The what we're supposed to be
hmm
is. So this submit thing doesn't mean that you have to be a rug for someone to walk all over you. We don't understand it that way. We don't understand that submitting, I don't know, it's just like in every group dynamic there is a leader kind of thing.
hmm
And this is kind of like we're in a boat. Yes, the man is the leader. I accept that.
hmm
Don't get us wrong. We're not saying that
yeah.
um the man, yeah, definitely in every group there should be a leader. I mean,
Hmm.
someone. But if in this leadership, even at work where you have your boss, they do listen to you. Well,
Hmm.
in a good um, dynamic situation, like where there's a proper relationship, you are lower than your boss,
Hmm.
but they do listen to your inputs and
Hmm.
we're all going toward the same goal.
Hmm.
But most of the time, it's like different goals and we don't have a particular family goal or as bettering each other, so it becomes a competition where I have to put you down so that I'm the boss. But if it's real leadership as it should be,
Hmm.
then this submit thing won't be so bad.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing. It's
Hmm.
yeah, it's just like he's spearheading things in the
Yeah.
house. You're supporting him and we're all going towards the same goal. We
Hmm.
have to make each other better so that in you achieving your goal, he also supports you. That's how it's supposed to be. But
Hmm.
yeah, because
There are so many because of the dependency thing that Ajua mentioned that they are in
yeah,
these relationships and they can't do anything because the man says, and he's the man, and so they don't even speak up,
yeah,
and they are just sitting in these things because they are also reinforcing that, tin
yeah,
God. Okay, I'm
yeah,
the woman. I have to cook.
yeah,
Some ridiculous, some young person. Oh, I know I'm the woman, so I have to cook. I'm like, yeah, really swell. So there are men. They come home. They are watching their whatever. The child is screaming. The children are. The mother is trying to cook. All these things going on.
yeah.
So
And
because
they're waiting for you
you
to
have
have.
bought into the
Mhm.
script or the narrative that he's a tin God, oh
Yeah,
no, Obaya Juma, and then you are doing everything. You forget that you are only one person. Your body, your body will tell you something later.
yeah, yeah,
Is it worth it? Can you not open up your mouth and negotiate whatever script you started the relationship with, you go back to the table and say, hey, I need help. Can you do this, do that? I'll do this, you do that. Talk about it. But not the expect, oh, you are a woman, you do this. You know,
Yeah. Mm.
even when you're on a sick bed, you have to do it. Let me read Adro's comment. Being married means nothing if you are beating, working like a horse, going through maltreatment with verbal abuse as well as emotional abuse. Societal is directing your decisions, married to liars, a cheat, immature, selfish partners, etc. We need to happy ourselves by doing what makes us happy with humility, respect, values, morals, honesty, compassion, and so forth. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That's
Yeah.
all.
That's true.
You beginning to believe that most seems to enjoy the submission thing. They just love. Because the thing about the submitting is if there's respect on both sides, it's so
But
easy to submit. But if
yeah,
you're going to demand it and you are not meeting the person halfway, it don't work.
no.
It don't work. It
That
doesn't
that
work.
that that becomes kind of that becomes slavery.
Yes.
You're be, yeah, yeah. And it's sad that it's women who are reinforcing this in the homes.
Thank you.
We don't think about, because I don't think you're happy with that. So why would you bring up your male children to do the same thing, or to feel
Hmm.
that it's okay to do the same thing?
Hmm.
In my home, I told them, yeah, if before I left my older son, sometimes I'll just say, go make me this, just to make them see that it's normal. Just like I saw that it was normal because
Hmm.
my dad used to cook.
Yeah.
So it was normal. Sean, we're in the middle of a discussion.
I could tell there was something going on there.
Saw my eyes drifting, right?
People
I
should be
just want to
held
be part of
accountable for
the information.
Anyway,
People should be held accountable for their actions or inactions, be it man or woman. Everyone has a right to live his or her life to the fullest. A man compliments a woman and vice versa. Thank you for that point. That's what I have here. I said control versus cooperative or complementary existence. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
need to come together in a complementary fashion, build each other up. With all these dynamics, these things that go on, it tells me that there's some insecurity somewhere. Like it takes a man or a woman who's so insecure to have to think that
Mhm.
they have to dominate a partner or, you know, oh, I'm the God, save me. Like, excuse me, what happened to your 10 little
Stop
fingers?
pointing me.
What?
Why are you pointing to me?
I was
Sean,
just
what are you doing?
I heard the word dominate.
She's not dominating you. Stop it.
Aha, stop it.
I'll come in there and get you. He's gone. Sean, come back.
He scares me.
I scare him.
Mhm. He's
A
just
lot of
being
people
stubborn.
find me scary, Sean.
You're a
Oh gosh.
strong, independent woman.
Oh dear. So yes, that was a good point, Miss Sage. So anything else on the tin board?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. So I will go to this. Should a woman minimize herself to be accepted in society? What think ye?
It's all this
Mm,
fanning of ego thing. It kind of, yeah, seeps through this. It starts from the
mhm.
chain god syndrome, and then
Yes.
it makes you feel like, in order for him to feel good, because we're created for him,
Hmm.
then you have to minimize yourself, because um, they have this saying also that when a woman gets a post, she doesn't respect. However, if you really look at the situation, the woman might be managing the same way as a man, but they don't
Hmm.
expect you, like in the corporate world, they feel that the woman is being too bossy because there's a kind of image that they expect us to depict.
Portray.
Yeah.
And it's always the boy, the old boys club. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
But it's not a good thing, because when you minimize yourself, you're not being true to yourself. You're
hmm.
you're not living. I don't know how to say it, but it's kind of putting yourself down, degrading yourself in
Limiting.
order for someone to feel good. Like
Hmm.
when you do it for a long period, you find yourself devaluing yourself. And what did I write? I forgot. Hmm. Says that, yeah, it builds, yeah, low self-esteem eventually,
Yes.
because it's built up. You might think, oh, it's nothing, let me just make him feel happy. Or and it could even be with your female friends, because you just want to be accepted, and so you minimize yourself.
Hmm.
And you, when there's a discussion, you don't say anything, because if you say it, you might be seen as too known, or whatever names
Yes.
that we get
Yes.
labeled with. There's so much
I
I
know. It's true
remember.
what you're saying. You
Yes.
know what? It's like there used to be a time. There's just an example that people say things and then you don't say nothing. You just go along with it, or they know that, oh, this person. I don't know what it is, right? I'll put it this way. For me, I'm very accepting of people. Maybe it's my dad side of the family. Like he's very humble, very whatever. So
Yeah.
I tend to be that way. Then I find that people, because you are like that, people think, oh, you are nobody. You know how in our society we
Yes.
take people being nice or kind as a weakness. So they think,
Mhm.
so, oh, there's nothing to you. And then they try to come and do their games.
Yeah.
And so I tell myself, I ain't doing this anymore.
Right.
You know, yeah, because it's like I remember one person be they were saying something. They knew I went to Achimota school. Oh, Achimota school, BB. And I'm looking at him like, oh wow, really? I didn't say nothing. I said, I ain't arguing with you.
Yeah.
So I'm not running around saying it, but you feel intimidated by it, so you have to put it
Yeah.
that way. That
Yeah.
is your problem. Or like more recently, I met an old friend at a store and I had my mask on. And so then she goes, oh, this is over, take it off. And before I would have just laughed and said, but this time I said, no, I'm older than you. I need to protect myself. And we laughed and I go, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I said, straight up, now I speak my mind. Take it or
Exactly.
leave it. Yeah. Let me
Exactly.
read Adra's comments quickly. When will some of our incompetent partners take accountability of their own actions and be responsible for their marriages? Those who are quick to blame their partners and others are the ones with major issues and need to work on themselves. Say it again. Some of us women are tired and over the excuses, um, reams, and blaming games. So much wickedness. And Amajo says, sorry, some of us can't zip it up. I'm not I'm not going to be quiet. Amajo, I forget which thread it was yesterday, and I saw one, two, three comments. I said, hey, my friend, you are going to jail again. No, I
Jesus.
started laughing. I said, she has an opinion and she's going to say it. So for me, my answer to this question is no. Nope. I can't minimize myself. Like everyone is on this earth to live out their purpose.
Yeah.
And I can't become small so that you feel good because of
Yeah.
your insecurities.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever it is, I'll say blaze, shine, do what you have to do. There's only one life. You know, lately you turn around, oh, this person is gone, that person is gone. I
Yeah.
saw something. I don't know this person, but it's I think it's a minister, music minister, and he's supposed to be doing a program somewhere in Ohio, and he's on a flyer. He's gone. So he won't be at that program. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, what is going on? There's a lot that is going on. So are you going to sit around, make yourself sad, allow somebody to come and put you down and put you in a box so you can't be yourself? No,
You
we're
have
not
to
doing
live
that.
your best
Yeah,
life. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Being a
in my
woman,
home, when it comes to decoration and stuff, I have the final say, because I have the skill.
yeah,
It's just an example.
yeah.
So I'm not going to just sit there for him to color a wall green when I know that
Hmm.
it's going to
It
clash
should
with
be,
everything.
yeah.
And we're not saying that you have to fight or argue about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can be respectful
Mm-hmm.
because you both are showing respect to each other. We're not saying that you always have to
Mm-hmm.
be pompous and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If there's respect, things can be shared without a fight or an argument.
Yes.
So now I've been labeled a lot of titles,
Dominate.
but I have the certificate for it.
Oh, I said being a woman should not stop you from living out your purpose.
Yeah.
And then also, I think that a man should be big and strong enough to handle and live with a self actualized woman.
Yes.
That ego, you need to put it aside. It's time that, if you're a man, you should feel proud. Oh, hey, my wife, this.
Right.
Oh, my husband, this. On the other side, it's not a competition. And just for the mere fact that I've met you or I'm with you does not mean that my life is over, that I should give up all my aspirations
Yeah.
and that to please your ego or, oh, you're a married woman now, you can't do that. That doesn't, and there's a lot of people living with that, right? And then I go on to say that if a woman has to minimize herself, it means that the man in her life cannot handle her accomplishments. So time to do away with fragile egos and build up. Like, I'm not here to stroke your ego. You have to also find your own. Look, there's insecurities on both sides. Don't
Right.
get us wrong. Men and women, we need to
Yeah.
both work on ourselves. Yes. I'm going to read these comments before I continue. Ajua says, no, women should give and display their full potential by building their self love, self confidence, self respect, basically self everything, and enjoy life to the fullest by accomplishing their dreams. So many of them self sacrifice everything and live their husband's dreams and still will not be appreciated. Yes,
Yeah.
it can be done side by side. There are some men who say, oh, go to school. I'll help you. You go to school. Then when the man is done, then he's looking down on the woman, and the
Yeah.
woman's plans never comes to fruition.
Yeah.
A woman should not minimize herself to be accepted by society. When you do that, you are not living your life to the fullest, and you also lose the motivation to do well. You might live your life just following others. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
And Ajua says some husbands feel very intimidated to be with successful wives. So, oh, yes, it is true. A friend of mine is moving out, and her reason is just as you're saying, she's fed up. The house doesn't feel like hers because she doesn't have any say. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then to I say, some can't handle a smart woman. Think of her as a blessing. Like she's
Yeah.
resourceful. She shows initiative. She works hard. You should be motivated by having this person like in your life instead of something to put down and control.
Yeah.
She's committed, she's loyal, she's an asset. As I said, she's an asset. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, many women are living miserable, unfulfilled lives with no direction because of some of these things that we're talking about. We started with time you're not, and then that you're dealing with the 10 god syndrome, and then because of that, here you are minimizing yourself because you are nothing. Oh, bad yet, you are nothing. Oh, don't talk when I talk. You won't believe the things that people live with. It's
Oh, I know.
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Any more comments? Let me see here.
Oh, if you want to call, yeah, I was going to say that initially.
If you want to call in, please do. We're here. If you have any insight. So the number is 780-984-6416 if you want to call and share your insights. Otherwise, we will do our final summaries. We'll do our last commercial break, do our final summaries, and go from there. Oh, this, let me see here. He says, yes, mom, is that bad? Oh, wow. And I think Amajo, I missed a comment. She said she was calling. Okay, Amajo, we're waiting. Well, let me put, oh, here she is. Okay. Hello, lovely lady.
Yes, ladies. Greetings.
Ajwa, Amajo, hold on. Ajwa, please, Amajo is on. So when she finishes, then you can call.
Sister Russell, you just talk about the decoration stuff. Do you
Yes.
know my moving because of the decoration stuff? She said, Sheila, I feel like the place is like, I feel like a stranger. You know, the Zimbabwean
Yeah.
why would you feel like a stranger?
But she has no input in it.
I was okay. In what way? Can you explain a little further? I don't know. Everything over there is from this man, and now I just can't take it anymore. So I don't know what to say because she said it all.
Oh yeah.
Say to such a friend, nothing, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, I couldn't say anything. I was because she said it all. She can't take it, and if you can't take it, you can't take it. There is nothing I can add to it. Yeah,
and in total, it will be like living somebody else's life because if you have no input.
Well for you, you know, that's all I could say. I couldn't say anything anymore. And I can't imagine, like, look at my walls and things around me in my room, and then I am thinking of, oh, how am I going to take it? If somebody said, no, this shouldn't be here, and this should be here. It's hard. It's really hard.
How long have they been together?
I have no idea, but I've known them for quite some time now.
Wow. That's so controlling. It's sad.
Yeah.
It shouldn't come to that.
If you listen to this and you come to your own space, now you question yourself, God, can I, you know, then you see how hard it is. Because I got to my room, I have pictures here, whatever here, whatever. Books all over the place, and nobody can touch it unless me, right? So it's hard. Hard.
That's sad.
If you can't take it, then even if you want to sack it, then the time you come, then you just say, you know, enough.
You blow up, yes.
And because I feel like she endured for so long, as you guys, you ladies are saying, and then all of a sudden she just couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's unfortunate, but this is what goes on because, you know, people, we don't want to give room. Right, it's a negotiation, and you know, it's give and take. But people don't want to do that. It's my way or the highway.
Can we also be truthful a little and just say no? It's like this from the beginning, so it doesn't come back to choke us.
Yes.
Because if I don't please you too much, then I also have a say. And if you take it that way, then it will go. I don't have to succumb to it. Then by the end of the day, I'll have to be the one to be choking.
So maybe at the beginning, they didn't set.
Exactly.
She didn't set.
Be truthful to yourself, so you don't get up choking.
Yeah.
I'm not going to please you. Then by the end of the day, you know, that would be too hard.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thank you so much for calling. Take care. Let me call Sister Ajua.
And that's what we're saying. It might not even be only the walls, but there's always one thing that actually pushes you at the end to the edge. Because if...
Okay.
Is she on?
Yeah. Hello, sis. Yes.
Yeah.
Nyame adom.
In about 5.4 miles from current location.
GPS no ne kasa.
It just chose the bad timing, and I don't have control of it.
Kasa kawasem.
Sister Russell, you know, any other phone me and you know
thank you.
Program Saturday and no pebia. It's I say addition na nuggets are more share, which I say it's incredible. One out of one so productive contribution. But the person they can want to say your society, you know, to say our rejai be brave, you know, they are share and bar. But reality they say our rejai be brave any harden on my kumano and I'm treatment on the mom because your mema any society catch you say so we can for you when you're one for now we can for you with 1 year yeah fachano that's not musa it's say a mema sana almost here and then mema so no your mema no a will put them so mobile and your ma and same fata sans or ban who need fast or so you know omunyo omadwen say omu besisa bebre nyo omadwen so omu besisa enti no say wo hwe society the dysfunctionalness within our society community and some of our own kind our own women has adapted and been receptive to this type of nonsense and they encourage this type of behavior because as a woman and as women overall, we also have feelings, we have sense, but our community society tell us say our sense and feelings, it's unimportant. The only people that matters are our men.
Yes.
Because say we women, we are only created for them to pop out babies and be submissive to them. Do not speak because whatever they say go. So if you are married to a fool and they give you foolish ideas now, you need to follow that foolish idea because you shouldn't have sense. So you see. So how can we grow and develop? How can they be changed? Whereas majority of them are still sitting duck. They don't want to change anything. Because you say women have to sacrifice at any circumstances. There's no compromise. Everything is about our men. Everything is about our men and wives. When you get married, Lydia, if you don't get a good husband, a noble husband, a sound husband, an intelligent, knowledgeable husband, now as a woman you are doomed because the mother or the father, the parents did not raise their son how they should, So it's you, the wife's job, to raise a grown-ass man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever I come on your platform now, some of the things you guys say, it triggers some feelings within me. So I'm going to leave it here and let you guys continue.
Thank you so much, Ajua, for your productive contribution. And one wakano.
Yeah.
Much
love.
Take care. Love you too. Okay. Bye. Yes, Auntie, as we're saying, it's not an easy thing at all. It's not easy. Yes. And yeah, easy. Let me see which comments I missed. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm going to go on the last break and then we will go from there. Where am I? Okay. All right. Take this banner off and brand. All right. Let's go here. Actually, I can't even find where are my videos? That is the beauty of a woman's heart. You can get your copy on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles as well as in Novi Books. It is a book that will bless your socks off. It empowers women. Hey, if you are a woman or a young girl and you need a coach, you need somebody to talk to, DM me. Have a chat. We
Ooh.
need to take we need to take charge and control of our own lives. You are brought here on earth for a purpose. There's a script. You're born, you go to school, you get married, do your job, whatever, and then when it's time to go, you go. But we've lost ourselves along the way
Yeah.
because we bought into these cultural scripts that we've been given that this is who a woman is supposed to be, this is who a man is supposed to be. We need to change that. Write your own script and live your own best life. A lot of us are listening to what the society is dictating. We are not owning ourselves. Look, people will tell you all kinds of things. For me right now, I've just declared that I'm in my 60s. Who's going to come and tell me what to do or how to be? I'm living my best life. I need to take charge. You, if you're younger than me, you have a better opportunity. Do it now. Don't let anybody stop you from getting where you want to go. And I'm not saying that, what do you call it? Walk all over people to get to the top. That's not what we're talking about. Own your stuff respectfully, show up gracefully, graciously, compassion, empathy, serving people. Serving people doesn't mean serve them so they use and abuse you, no, with boundaries. So respect yourself, own your stuff, and just keep going. So we'll continue. Let's see. I missed my, okay, I'll just do on it. My other books are Reflections for a Thirsty Soul and Refreshing for My Weary Soul. Get your copies on Amazon, Friesen Press, and Barnes and Nobles. So this here's Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. It's full of inspiration, Bible verses, stories that will empower and motivate you. The same here, Refreshing for My Weary Soul is a devotion. And there's a portion in there called Practical Nyamisem that I love so much because we were talking earlier about how we, the believers in our culture, have taken the Bible to a different place, a different level. Yet we read it, but we're not practicing what is in there. And for me, I'm just sharing my insights of how some of the errors that we are making, my opinions. As well, let's do this. On Fridays, Sister Ajuodo has Abrabom Nsem at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, which is 4:30 Mountain Standard Time. And she talks about all manner of issues. Yesterday, she was talking about gender justice. So a lot of it, I had told her that a lot of what she's talking about would be today. We're kind of on the same wavelength. It's very insightful. She's very knowledgeable, puts a lot out there. And we hope that people, we have to be willing to learn. And by listening to programs like this, that's how we grow and develop. As well, on Saturdays, she does married teachings with Osofo Samuel Okoso, and that is coming on at 3 p.m. Eastern today. That is 1 p.m. my time. So do join them. Reverend Okoso is a very a learned man of God. He only Nyamisom. He's very practical, and yeah, he's a chilling pastor, and we love him so much. As well, on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time is the Dreamers and Visionaries, a free coaching program with the beautiful Pastor Patience Edwards. Do join her. I have learned a lot and continue to learn a lot from being part of this program. This is what we're talking about as a person. You never give up. I saw a post by a pastor coach that I know on Facebook and talking about age. It's not your age. If we were going by size, the elephant would be the king of the jungle, but the elephant is not. So don't let your age stop you from learning. I'm always wanting to learn new things, explore this and that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have that kind of a mindset. Let's grow ourselves. Okay, so let's go back here. Abigail, thank you. It's my son's birthday today, so I'm chilling. And then Ajua says, so many settle for less because they care more about what others think of them more
Yeah.
than what will keep them sane and make them happy. Oh, thank you for that. Bam, bam, bam. That is exactly that. Oh, no worries, Ajua. You do the same. So Ajua will promote everybody, promote. Nyame onshirawo.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
So, any closing comments?
Well, yeah. I think that all three bother on time because if you value time and know that time is ticking by, and also you know that there's something that you have to do, you have a purpose to fulfill, you won't belittle yourself. You will live life to the fullest. You'd want
Mm-hmm,
to actually achieve your potential.
mm-hmm,
And also, the 10 God syndrome, you will you will see that um, you have to you're first an individual,
mm-hmm,
so you have to concentrate on yourself. I'm not saying be selfish because people always I don't know, take words
out of your
differently,
mouth.
or
Yes.
yeah, we're not saying be selfish, but you have to achieve your purpose in life, and to do that you have to concentrate on yourself. Just like in the airplane, you have to put on your face mask first before you
Mm-hmm,
even put on your child's mask. So think about it. If you have to do that before you do it for a baby, how much more a grown man or your grown friends? You're
thank
not
you.
living for somebody. We all came differently. Even twins have their own purposes to fulfill. They don't fulfill it together as twins. So,
Mm-hmm,
yeah, if you want to live your life to the fullest and honor the life that you've been given, then we have to value time. And I think also that why it's not dying down is that we're feeding the beasts, because we're
mm-hmm,
waiting for people who are late, and we're
mm-hmm.
accepting when they don't value our time.
Yes.
Like, you might have an example would be, you might have something planned, and then your friend expects you to do something, and I'm saying expects you to do something, not that
Mm-hmm,
they're asking for it because it's an emergency or anything, but just because they've asked, they expect you to do it. If you're living like that, then there's a problem. You
mm-hmm,
have to let them know that your time is valuable, so that if they need something, they will come to you ahead of
mm-hmm,
time to ask for it so you can plan for it. But
mm-hmm.
if they feel you have to do it and you also do it, then yeah, you're going to be the rug, you're going to belittle
Trouble.
yourself, yeah, and you're not going to be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve, because we
Mm-hmm,
do have limited time. It's not like time is not endless for us as human beings. We have a
mm-hmm.
limited time here on earth, and if we value that, then we'll see that um, yeah.
This age, the birthday party is at Alex's house, and the jollof is going on the stove when I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you done? Sorry, I was.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. I guess that's it. For me, I
Mm-hmm,
guess I was just wired weird, if you think about it. Because
mm-hmm.
even when I was little, I couldn't take naps because I felt time was going past and people were doing stuff without me.
Oh, wow.
So
FOMO,
now,
fear of missing out. You had FOMO.
yes, yeah. So I don't know. Time has always been very
Mhm,
important to me, and you can do it because we've all lived in Ghana, and in Ghana it was the same. It's not like it's when I traveled that,
mhm,
because yeah, when I was managing people, I didn't understand it.
mhm,
If you're late, you know that there's traffic in your area. It's not like you're new in that area. You've lived there. So I always ask them, did you just move there? No, you didn't. And at that time, I was living in Adenta, working in Tema. So
Wow.
I was always up by 4 because I know the traffic situation. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I don't see why you feel it's acceptable to use traffic as an excuse. Once in a while, it might be more and you might be late, but if it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be an everyday thing, then it's not acceptable. So we can do it. It's not like we can't. Because when I
Mm-hmm.
was looking, I was researching this thing and what people felt about it. Someone actually used that as an excuse that um, yeah, because in like in our country, for example, things aren't predictable and stuff like that. And I say, no, I mean traffic is not an excuse. So please, we can if we plan ahead. We
Mm-hmm.
don't like planning ahead. And even
No.
I noticed that even in the concerts, it's like there's no really rehearsal like they do here. They do rehearsals like they're doing the actual event, because recently there was an award show that there was water pouring on the artist and the
Mm-hmm.
mic is right there. You know that it will ruin the mic. So there should
Mm-hmm.
be one standing by waiting to replace it
Mm-hmm.
immediately. But no. And then nobody could hear him afterwards. You know, things like that. It's so obvious that definitely the water will affect the mic. And if there had been rehearsal, they would have known that. So things like that ruin things for us and we miss opportunities because of time as well. So yeah. As for the
Yes,
time we
there's
could go on and on. But
oh yeah, there's a lot in there.
yeah,
It's like, for me, I say, um, I try to take it easy, but at the same time too, I plan my time.
exactly.
So I've said that I had a book, an agenda for the year, but I didn't like how it was. I wasn't using it effectively. I went and got one that shows me 5 days at a time.
Right.
So I write things in there. So I look at it, and even when you are doing something, you are able to make a comment, done this and that, so it helps
Right.
you to keep track. So for me, I
Exactly.
have a lot that I need to be doing and I write it down. I mean, when you get to the Saturday and the Sunday, it's just a little box, whatever. But Saturday, Sunday, well, I take it easy, but I'll write something. Or
Yeah.
if next week I'm supposed to do this or that, you put it down. You have to plan. If people go, "Oh, plan for what?" You can have a loose plan. Like I'm saying, at least I have an idea I'm supposed to be doing
Yeah.
this. I want to work on that. When you write things down, you can see it and it helps you to manage it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's productive and effective use of time. But if you don't want to write things down, oh, what is your purpose? Oh, I want to do this, but it's in my head. Okay, it will stay in your head because you are being lazy. You don't feel motivated. You know that if you write it down, you have to take action. So you keep it in your head
Mm.
and be walking around with it, you know? And time, think about it. Time is life. Your life. Look at your life. Time is ticking by. You are at a
Exactly.
certain age right now. If you've not done things, you feel you've not accomplished anything, just start where you are. Don't beat yourself over the head about it. It's just the willingness to begin.
Mm.
Start where you are and keep going. Right now, everything is at your fingertips. There's YouTube, there's Google, there's whatever. You're learning all kinds of things all over the place. Be open. There are lots of people who are stuck with what they learned in class 6 40 years ago, and that's what they work with. They are not open to anything. You can't tell them anything. You can't teach them anything.
Mm.
For me, it's like, no, I'm sitting here. I remember a long, long time ago, um, at work, you had to take CPR training. More recently, I haven't. And then the other time I was telling Nana, I said, I need to just know what to do. So you can go and YouTube it. I'm talking about it, but I have to do. There's just some basic skills. It's not like I have to,
Just to
but you
see
don't
and
know. Okay, you don't know when you'll need that. So just the curiosity to figure it out. I know there's a Heimlich maneuver and all that, but how do you do it? 1, 2, 3, figure it out type thing. So in the life, like life is about learning and growing. If you are just sitting there, sitting still, your mind is not being used. You're just stagnant. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I have to put it this way. I'm not sure how just catering to another person's needs all the time, cooking and cleaning, picking up after them is my main life purpose. I don't get it. I'll do it, but it's not my main life focus because I have something else to that I need to be doing. And somebody will say, "Oh, you are selfish, you're not a good woman." Good. That's all right. That's your opinion. That's not what I think, right? So, and then we talked about this 10 God syndrome. Look, there's men who feel that you can't tell them anything. We need to be open to learning. These mindsets have to change. I'll tell you, you can take it or you leave it. It's up to you. But I shouldn't be afraid to speak. There's a lot of people who are so timid. I've been in situations I've said before with authority figures where people are sitting around so afraid to ask basic questions. And then I'll sit there and say, no, this person, I think this is something people want to know. Let me ask. And I'll ask. Not that I needed it because in my mind I kind of, oh, I get it, I know. But you ask because people are too timid to speak up. And so, because we bought into this 10 God syndrome, there's people, men, I have to do this a certain way. If you just the example that Amajo came and gave us, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a say, and
Yeah.
that's it. It's being inflexible. We're so inflexible in our attitudes and the things that we do, it's not even funny. And so, if you bring this teen syndrome situation into a woman minimizing herself, if you, the woman, has bought into that script, then you become a doormat. And somebody might say, oh, what is wrong with being a doormat? Well, it's an identity that people are wearing. They feel okay with it. If you're okay with it, that's fine. But I believe there's always more. The curiosity factor has always gotten the better of me. I want to know more. Hey, what's going on here? Let me do this. Let me do that. You know, never sit and think of yourself that you don't have anything to offer. There's something inside you that somebody needs to hear, and you are sitting there minimizing yourself, saying, I'm a woman. If I speak up to them, they'll say, oh, I'm too much, I'm too this, I'm too that. I've been told a whole lot of things. So here I am today. I'll keep going. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, people will talk about it. So you
Yeah.
just need to not let it bother you. I mean, I'm not saying nothing bothers me. You hear some things, it affects you, but you go, "Oh, put it there and keep moving." The cost of my silence. Think about the cost of your silence. A lot of people will um, be impacted. There's always something to learn from another person. Yeah has a lot to offer. Joy, everybody on this platform, you have something to offer. So why would you put yourself down and minimize yourself? Oh, yeah, is doing YouTube. Oh, me, my YouTube, blah, blah, blah. No, everybody is functioning in their different areas. Oh, I draw, blah, blah, blah. No, go and support, learn. You pick something up. Never minimize yourself and don't teach your girl child too or your boy child. There's men too who a lot of these things are happening because men too they don't have self-confidence. Nobody's building them up either. They
Yeah.
are not all they see is that oh you're a man, blah blah blah. They don't teach them the be kind, be tap into your inner being. Who are you? What do you want to. So, yeah, we've said a lot. I'll read Ajua's last comment and then the certain conditions partners are the most difficult to live and deal with because nothing changes in time. Such a miserable life to conform to Ajua. Ode onim. So, yes. So, well, this was our mixed bag. We talked about time. We've talked about our men, 10 gods. And should a woman minimize herself to be accepted in society? Oh, woman, we too known pa. Yeah, we hear it all the time. Too known. That's fine. I'm too known. Your voice is your power. My voice is my power, so I'm going to use it. Somebody will get something from it. I started sharing Auntie Yaas nuggets here, there, just an idea for the page, and you don't know what anybody is taking from it. And are you going to be silent and say, oh, they'll talk about me, oh, this or that? It doesn't matter. I've come too far to be held back. You tried, but it didn't work. I've been in places where, oh, shut down, shut down, shut down. Are you going to take what people are pressing you and putting you in that box? As Ajua will say, there's four corners, 1, 2, 3, run to each corner. When it doesn't work, you jump out. I jumped out, you jump out too. So hey, we'll leave it right there. Yeah, have a blessed week. Tell Sean he should let us know when we'll do that program, and then we should we should talk to Ajua, and then we should get Bishop Gansa too and do something one of these days.
Yeah, right.
So the next time he should let us know, so we plan the next time that he's off.
Okay.
And Obekasao, tell him I'm planning a show for him.
Okay. Well, he'll be glad, I'm sure.
Yes. Okay. Well, Miss Sage, Sister Ajua, Abigail, Amajo, Aisha, Elizabeth. Who else? If you came on and I didn't see you, I didn't mention your name. Thank you for joining us. If you come on after, please throw your comments in the chat. We'll be back next week with another topic of interest. Have a delightful weekend. I'm going to enjoy my son's birthday. Have a blast, you all. Take care. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye.